There he is.
Damar's a creature of habit, all right. After a hard day at work, he deserves his glass of Kanar. Why are the THUR always in here, he asks himself. They don't drink, they don't eat, they don't gamble, all they do is take up space. Damar asks his bartender if he found a pad he was working on the other day.
My brother tells the truth. He hasn't seen it.
Damar doesn't like that. The pad contained a draft copy of a secret memorandum he was working on concerning the shortage of white. In it, he speculates that without the drug, the THUR will run amok, killing everyone and everything in their path. Damar recommends that if the Cardassians can't bring down the minefield and reopen the supply line from the Gamma Quadrant, they should poison the last ration of white, eliminating the THUR before it's too late. How did you get a hold of Damar's pad anyway?
I'm good with my hands. Here we go. They've seen him.
The missing pad. Damar accuses them of stealing it.
They say they found it outside their quarters, right where I left it.
I knew this was gonna work. The Cardassians and the THUR can pretend to be allies, but they hate each other.
Come on. Get out of my way!
That was my first moment of real doubt. When I started to wonder if this whole thing was a mistake. So then I went back to my office. And there was a new casualty list waiting for me. People are dying out there every day. Entire worlds are struggling for their freedom. And here I am, still worrying about the finer points of morality. No, I had to keep my eye on the ball, winning the war, stopping the bloodshed. Those were the priorities. So I pushed on, and every time another doubt appeared before me, I just found another way to shove it aside.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Wednesday show. I'm Hammer and I'm usually joined by two of my favorite Wednesday show hosts, Jen T. Maxey in Canada and Terry Diamantis down under. You can find us on Rumble every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and then we bring in YouTube at 9 p.m. to simulcast on YouTube as well. Hope you have time to stop by.
There's no way out of this canyon, and we have phasers locked on every one of you.
It appears you have a decisive advantage.
To fight a battle under these circumstances would serve no purpose. I'm prepared to offer terms. Hear me out. I know you need more tetracell white. My doctor can sedate your men and keep them alive until we're rescued. After that, we can put you in medical stasis until we secure a new supply.
The Vorta did not give me the option to surrender.
Keeban's betrayed you. He gave us your entire plan of attack last night.
It It was obvious that approaching your position from this canyon was a deliberate tactical error on his part.
You knew?
I suspected. Despite what Kevin may think, the Jem'Hadar are often one step ahead of the Vorta.
You can still stay one step ahead. Surrender.
I have my orders.
Kevin doesn't deserve the unwavering loyalty you're giving him.
He does not have to earn my loyalty, Captain. He has had it from the moment I was conceived. I am a Jem'Hadar. He is a Vorta. It is the order of things.
Do you really want to give up your life for the order of things?
It is not my life to give up, Captain. And it never was.
What did he say?
All the wrong things?
There he is.
Damar's a creature of habit, all right. After a hard day at work, he deserves his glass of Kanar. Why are the Jem'Hadar always in here, he asks himself. They don't drink, they don't eat, they don't gamble, all they do is take up space. Damar asks his bartender if he found a pad he was working on the other day.
My brother tells the truth. He hasn't seen it.
Damar doesn't like that. The pad contained a draft copy of a secret memorandum he was working on concerning the shortage of white. In it, he speculates that without the drug, the Jem'Hadar will run amok, killing everyone and everything in their path. Damar recommends that if the Cardassians can't bring down the minefield and reopen the supply line from the Gamma Quadrant, they should poison the last ration of white, eliminating the Jem'Hadar before it's too late. How did you get a hold of Damar's pad anyway?
I'm good with my hands. Here we go. They've seen him.
The missing pad. DeMar accuses them of stealing it.
They say they found it outside their quarters, right where I left it.
I knew this was gonna work. The Cardassians and the Jem'Hadar can pretend to be allies, but they hate each other.
Get out of my way!
That was my first moment of real doubt. When I started to wonder if this whole thing was a mistake. So then I went back to my office. And there was a new casualty list waiting for me. People are dying out there every day. Entire worlds are struggling for their freedom. And here I am, still worrying about the finer points of morality. No, I had to keep my eye on the ball, winning the war, stopping the bloodshed. Those were the priorities.
So I pushed on, and every time another doubt appeared before me, I just found another way to shove it aside.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday show. I'm Hammer, and I'm usually joined by two of my favorite Wednesday show hosts, Jen T. Maxey in Canada and Terry Diamantis down under. You can find us on Rumble every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and then we bring in YouTube at 9 p.m. to simulcast on YouTube as well. Hope you have time to stop by.
There's no way out of this canyon, and we have phasers locked on every one of you.
It appears you have a decisive advantage.
To fight a battle under these circumstances would serve no purpose. I'm prepared to offer terms. Hear me out. I know you need more Tetracell White. My doctor can sedate your men and keep them alive until we're rescued. After that, we can put you in medical stasis until we secure a new supply.
The Vorta did not give me the option to surrender.
Keevan's betrayed you. He gave us your entire plan of attack last night.
It was obvious that approaching your position from this canyon was a deliberate tactical error on his part.
You knew?
I suspected. Despite what Keevan may think, the Jem'Hadar are often one step ahead of the Vorta.
You can still stay one step ahead. Surrender.
I have my orders.
Keevan doesn't deserve the unwavering loyalty you're giving him.
He does not have to earn my loyalty, Captain. He has had it from the moment I was conceived. I am a Jem'Hadar. He is a Vorta. It is the order of things.
Do you really want to give up your life for the order of things?
It is not my life to give up, Captain. And it never was.
to say?
All the wrong things?
There he is.
Damar's a creature of habit, all right. After a hard day at work, he deserves his glass of Kanar. Why are the THUR always in here, he asks himself. They don't drink, they don't eat, they don't gamble, all they do is take up space. Damar asks his bartender if he found a pad he was working on the other day.
My brother tells the truth. He hasn't seen it.
Damar doesn't like that. The pad contained a draft copy of a secret memorandum he was working on concerning the shortage of white. In it, he speculates that without the drug, the THUR will run amok, killing everyone and everything in their path. Damar recommends that if the Cardassians can't bring down the minefield and reopen the supply line from the Gamma Quadrant, they should poison the last ration of white, eliminating the THUR before it's too late. How did you get a hold of Damar's pad anyway?
I'm good with my hands. Here we go. They've seen him.
The missing pad. Damar accuses them of stealing it.
They say they found it outside their quarters, right where I left it.
I knew this was gonna work. The Cardassians and the THUR can pretend to be allies, but they hate each other.
Get out of my way!
That was my first moment of real doubt. When I started to wonder if this whole thing was a mistake. So then I went back to my office. And there was a new casualty list waiting for me. People are dying out there every day. Entire worlds are struggling for their freedom. And here I am, still worrying about the finer points of morality. No, I had to keep my eye on the ball, winning the war, stopping the bloodshed. Those were the priorities.
So I pushed on, and every time another doubt appeared before me, I just found another way to shove it aside.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday show. I'm Hammer, and I'm usually joined by two of my favorite Wednesday show hosts, Jen T. Maxey in Canada and Terry Diamantis down under. You can find us on Rumble every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and then we bring in YouTube at 9 p.m. to simulcast on YouTube as well. Hope you have time to stop by.
There's no way out of this canyon, and we have phasers locked on every one of you.
It appears you have a decisive advantage.
To fight a battle under these circumstances would serve no purpose. I'm prepared to offer terms. Hear me out. I know you need more Tetracell White. My doctor can sedate your men and keep them alive until we're rescued. After that, we can put you in medical stasis until we secure a new supply.
The Vorta did not give me the option to surrender.
Keevan's betrayed you. He gave us your entire plan of attack last night.
It was obvious that approaching your position from this canyon was a deliberate tactical error on his part.
You knew?
I suspected. Despite what Keevan may think, the Jem'Hadar are often one step ahead of the Vorta.
You can still stay one step ahead. Surrender.
I have my orders.
Keevan doesn't deserve the unwavering loyalty you're giving him.
He does not have to earn my loyalty, Captain. He has had it from the moment I was conceived. I am a Jem'Hadar. He is a Vorta. It is the order of things.
Do you really want to give up your life for the order of things?
It is not my life to give up, Captain. And it never was.
What did he say?
All the wrong things?
There he is.
Damar's a creature of habit, all right. After a hard day at work, he deserves his glass of Kanar. Why are the THUR always in here, he asks himself. They don't drink, they don't eat, they don't gamble, all they do is take up space. Damar asks his bartender if he found a pad he was working on the other day.
My brother tells the truth. He hasn't seen it.
Damar doesn't like that. The pad contained a draft copy of a secret memorandum he was working on concerning the shortage of white. In it, he speculates that without the drug, the THUR will run amok, killing everyone and everything in their path. Damar recommends that if the Cardassians can't bring down the minefield and reopen the supply line from the Gamma Quadrant, they should poison the last ration of white, eliminating the THUR before it's too late. How did you get a hold of Damar's pad anyway?
I'm good with my hands. Here we go. They've seen him.
The missing pad. Damar accuses them of stealing it.
They say they found it outside their quarters, right where I left it.
I knew this was gonna work. The Cardassians and the THUR can pretend to be allies, but they hate each other.
Get out of my way!
That was my first moment of real doubt. When I started to wonder, this whole thing was a mistake. So then I went back to my office. And there was a new casualty list waiting for me. People are dying out there every day. Entire worlds are struggling for their freedom. And here I am, still worrying about the finer points of morality. No, I had to keep my eye on the ball, winning the war, stopping the bloodshed. Those were the priorities. So I pushed on, and every time another doubt appeared before me, I just found another way to shove it aside.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday show. I'm Hammer, and I'm usually joined by two of my favorite Wednesday show hosts, Genty Maxey in Canada and Terry Diamantis down under. You can find us on Rumble every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m.
Minions of the Zoo in space.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Minions of the Zoo in space. I'm your keeper for tonight, Tyr Alexander, and I'm here with my friends Mitch Nemo.
I'm awake for the moment.
Willard Forge.
Judges whose actions are illegal and therefore by definition outside the scope of their office as a judge should be imprisoned.
Critical thinker, sorry.
That's all right. I'm just going to go and drink myself to death while reviewing bullshit movies.
and the furry bastard.
I'm still waiting for that friendship check.
It should be in the mail. My God, you know how it takes. Jesus. You know this.
You sent it by carrier pigeon again, haven't you?
Yes.
That's the problem with Czechoslovakians. They're unreliable.
You said check instead of something like Cash App or PayPal. Obviously, there's your problem in delay.
Look. I got
You
to
use
convert
PayPal. You use Cash App.
To the pound. It's all complicated. Okay, it's weird.
PayPal, Cash App. What kind of illicit drugs are you dealing today?
Well, you see,
no comment.
Tyr's so old. One of the first check I got off him, I couldn't cash because when it had come through the letterbox, it had shattered.
Look, you said you wanted to check. You didn't say you wanted an actual write. Now put it in cuneiform. You should have been happy.
It wasn't in cuneiform. It was in cave painting.
Oh, yeah.
It says letterbox.
Odd little tidbit, a check is a bearer document, so therefore the content of it is more important and vital and binding than the form that it is on. As such,
not when that form is shattered.
Well, I mean, it's got to be intact on the other end, sure. But you could paint the details of a check onto the side of a cow and turn that into a check to draft off your account just as validly as the paper form they provide.
All
this
right.
is true.
In the future, you'll all have credits.
I'm going to pick a random, and we'll begin. Wow, that was fast.
How do you pick a random? I would think you asked for a random and the computer picked for you.
It does, and it picked the Azor Nebula. Fucking Tholians.
Web generators.
Why the hell is my ship damaged?
Prepared to shoot every direction at once.
From getting roped into a TFO that was above your chosen difficulty level, because that is a bug in this game.
Yeah, but I dropped into this TFO and my ship was damaged.
The game is a buggy mess. Before we started the programming, Will was regaling us with his part 2 of his rant about the current retrial.
Oh, this is gonna be a many day rant, I'm sure, because they're in the trial to go somewhere between 6 and 8 weeks or so, and I've yet to see more than say a reasonable number or percentage of the prosecution witnesses have materially changed their testimony over multiple sworn statements. There's the rulings by the judge appear to be motivated by, I want a conviction, and I don't care if this is going to be overturned on appeal. I just don't want the appeals court either mocking me or yelling at me when they do it. As long as the appeal overturn is basically, yeah, it's wrong, we can't let it stand, but we see your reasoning. She seems to be fine with that.
What's happening, James?
Oh, not a lot. How are y'all?
Hello, Mr. James.
I do have a question, though.
What's good?
I want to know
you
if it's the same judge as the first trial.
Yo, Duck Dog.
It is. It is the same judge as the first trial, and she is worse in the second trial than she was in the first.
Hold on, wait a minute. I have to read Duck Dog's statement. In theory, Tyr actually has money to back up the check. We all know that's not true. He's saying I'm broke without saying I'm broke, and I'm broke without saying I'm broke.
Are we live?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Let me conscious.
we're live-ish.
I don't know.
so we're not.
I may or may not be Memorex, but I mean that's beside the point.
No, I'm actually a simulation.
This Tholian web inside the goddamn fucking.
No, I mean, has the stream started?
Yeah, stream started. We're live.
Here's what's killing me, Will, is that first trial was a clusterfuck. The prosecution.
How do I know you're not a homo unless you say no homo?
The prosecution.
If you have to say no homo, you're homo.
Think of a euphemism for failure that's deep enough to describe how badly they failed in that prosecution.
Okay, let me try for you in a real simple example that is also applicable. The burden of proof in criminal court in the U.S. is innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. So when the trial starts, the jury is supposed to be saying, "I believe the accused is innocent." Now, adversarial system, prosecution starts first. Ideally, if they've actually got a case and a good case and they're making their case properly, you get to the end of the prosecution's case before the defense gets to put on theirs, and you're like, okay, I'm convinced she's guilty. And then the defense gets to put on their case, and you should be doing the, now I've got to think about it. Now, in that context, it is the prosecution's case alone that took me from the presumption of innocence, which is where you're supposed to start, to convinced utterly that she is innocent beyond a reasonable doubt, which is exactly the opposite direction the prosecution's case is supposed to take the trial.
Right. That's what I mean. It was a clusterfuck. It was a Mongolian clusterfuck, even. And now,
So more people working in the same space?
I don't think they should be allowed to
clusterfuck?
For a
have
cluster?
a second trial just because the jury was hung, because that's what it was last time. It was a hung jury.
Well, there is concrete reason to believe that it was not guilty on 2 charges and hung on 1, but since the jury was told by the judge they couldn't, in the jury instruction form, that they couldn't do a split verdict, and then the judge rushed it out on the mistrial without asking.
See, this is why they'll never make me a juror.
Was this hung for all of them?
That shit from a judge.
Well, you see, the thing is, it was badly done instruction form too.
Yeah.
Had I been on the jury, I would have been exactly. It's like, hell no, we've agreed on some of these. Let's return those verdicts because they're charging her with 3 things, not 1. Yeah, if we all agree she's not guilty on 2 of the charges, tell them. And that's, I mean, it's terrible. You get into that and they're just, they're trying to make her go through this again. But, I look at it also as like, okay, the burden of proof is on the prosecution to prove guilty beyond a reasonable doubt from the presumption of innocence. If the trial concludes without a conviction for reasons other than like misconduct by the defense. So if the defense does something that's so egregious that you get a mistrial, by all means should be able to try again.
Yes,
if the prosecution does something, let me finish. If the prosecution does something that is so egregious that results in a mistrial, you should not be able to get another trial. If it is a mistrial because it's a hung jury, you failed to prove guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And because you swore in the jury and heard the evidence, jeopardy is attached. You shouldn't get another bite at the apple just because you couldn't convince once.
Exactly.
It is completely inconsistent with the. Yeah, it is completely inconsistent with the burden of proof and the obligation of the Constitution to say, hey, they failed to convince you that the person is guilty, but some of you were convinced that they were, therefore you get another shot at it. No, it should be one and done, unless it's something like, hey, the defense did something that's terrible and not allowable and caused a mistrial. Okay, try it again. But if you can't reach, if you get to the point of deliberating and you can't reach guilty, unanimously guilty, then you should not be able to try it again. It should be considered a violation of double jeopardy.
Will, I want to stop you on one point. Okay?
Okay.
That one point is the enigma is the sound of innocence.
What?
Or wait, a return to innocence.
A return to it's in you.
Don't smoke drugs, kids.
Don't smoke drugs.
Oh hell, if you see what it's like in the world, smoke drugs, kids. Smoke all the drugs.
No.
Don't you
remember, if someone gives you drugs, you say thank you, because that is an expensive gift.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
There's a bizarre logic to that. I'm all for it.
That
it's
is
not wrong.
I wish he was wrong, but
yeah.
Can I go with I appreciate the offer and I thank you for that, but I'm gonna have to decline.
No.
No, you say
you don't want to use them yourself. You can sell them.
Exactly.
Now you've gone from one crime to two.
It depends where you sell them.
Whether or not it should be a crime, it can be up for debate whether or not it should be a crime. But that's taking it from one crime to two.
It depends where you sell them.
I'm a libertarian, so
I'm an American.
I'm Episcopalian.
I'm a biological life unit descended from an ape-like creature.
I'm a Mitchellian.
Which is to say I'm only human.
From a practical standpoint, though, on the matter of drugs, and that I run towards, as long as it fits Thomas Jefferson's age-old, it neither breaks my legs nor picks my pocket, to paraphrase. I think he said something pretty close to that. If the only person who is being influenced or negatively affected by it is the person taking the drugs, that's on them. That should be within their freedom and liberty.
Yeah, I agree.
It was at one time.
If you're into, say, if you're crossing the line to, hey, I'm driving around under the influence of crack and I'm running people over and stuff, well, that's a little bit different. Then you're crossing the line where it is no longer impacting only you.
I told you about the asshole that hit my step.
Well, they could do the same with alcohol. They don't to just make it illegal for you to drive when you're under the influence of alcohol. They could do the same with drugs.
Yeah, wait, hold on. I told you about the asshole that hit my step, right?
I didn't understand the question at all.
I told you guys about the asshole that hit my steps and destroyed my steps, right?
Somebody, okay. I don't think I've heard this one.
I think I have.
All right, so it is May, maybe 2023. And it's about, I'm getting ready for work, and I hear this loud ass bang in front of my house. Holy shit, someone could have been hurt. Let me go out there and see what the fuck's wrong. Just get somebody to call the police and get somebody some help. I open my door and I look down and my steps are fucking gone.
Damn.
Like, no, you don't understand critical. Like, the top step is still there. These are solid granite marble. They're gone. Fucking gone.
Mm-hmm.
This asshole is in his I think it was Explorer or some dumb shit. My neighbor's steps are gone too. Like, he hit it so hard, he hit those steps. And I know how he hit it because he dodged my tree. I have this tree in front of my house. So if he'd have jumped the curb in front of my house, he'd have had to hit the tree, and the tree was perfectly fine. But hits my steps. He gets out. He's okay. I'm pissed because I have no fucking steps anymore. I get the police report from the police. Asshole says to the MT, the medic, that yeah, I took a hit of crack and got in the car, and I blacked out, and the last thing I remember is someone screaming my name as I hit the steps. So I have a bias against motherfuckers and shit like that. Destroyed my steps. Cost me about $2,000 to get them remade. And they're not marble anymore, they're concrete. So, fuck those guys.
Well, yeah, I see. That's the thing is, I don't advocate drug use. But I don't see anywhere in the Constitution where the government has the authority to restrict its use.
Yeah.
I don't advocate the use of alcohol, but
the only place I see them potentially having the authority is if you cross over to the point where your use of XYZ substance infringes on my rights.
That's when you're committing a tyranny against someone.
Yeah, it's the you're right to swing your hands around ends where it comes into me.
Yeah, you're right to throw a fist ends where my fist begins.
Basically,
James, say something?
Okay, I'm just going to clarify. I was joking.
Oh, we knew that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you were joking?
You were
Yeah,
joking.
it was a joke.
Okay, now I gotta cancel that call to the DEA.
Yeah, I know. Shit.
Damn.
Well, yeah, I'm not.
And ATF.
Well, no, I'm sorry.
Agencies that
Those
need to be
calls are
shut
still
the fuck
going
down,
through.
by the way.
In the DEA and ATF and then Texas
KGB.
Rangers.
Oh, I'd never
the
call
ACPA.
I'd never call the ATF on James. They've got a really bad history of killing innocent dogs.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we can't have them killing.
Especially
James.
in Texas.
We can't have them killing James.
Well, I mean,
James-
in Texas, they've got a bad history of killing entire communes.
James, it's gonna go worse for you because I've called the Salvation Army Rangers.
Oh no.
Starvation Army.
Ray for
No,
Batman.
not just the Salvation Army person who laughed, but the Salvation Army Rangers.
Oh, you said the Starvation Army.
Salvation Army.
I heard starvation, but
Rangers.
I was laughing hard. That's funnier when it was that.
Batman, ready for another one?
Yeah, might as well. Hey, the last one. Did anybody else's damage output seem nerfed?
nope.
Yeah.
Mine did.
Mine seemed about right.
Unsure, but I had a really hard time with it wouldn't target the web projectors on that one web, and
Yeah,
I almost got killed.
I got trapped between the web.
That's
and,
why I hold off with beam fire at will until the web.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Pops up, then I just
why are
hit
you
that
firing
button.
Will?
That's a be ready to shoot in every direction at once on demand.
Hold on, Mitch. You can't be firing at Will, okay? Will's your friend. He's your teammate.
Too late. No, he's not.
Say, Tyr.
No, it's an old joke, and I'm not going to respond to it.
When it comes to Tholian webs, I'll hide behind an asteroid, and he can fire any which way he wants to.
And Tyr, Will is not a friend. He hasn't completed the paperwork.
Don't expect me to.
What's up next here? Quadra Sigma system. Oh my God, it's the Bjorg.
Oh no, not the
Oh
Bjorg.
no.
Bjorg, the Bjorg, Bjorg.
Not the
Bjorg.
Bjorks.
Bogey. Hello, Buck.
Oh wait, are they space orcs?
Apparently.
No, they're space Bjorks.
No, they're Space Bjorks, which is Icelandic for zombie.
There's actually there's actually a band called Bjork.
Yeah.
No, it was a singer.
That's her name. She's a singer.
Yeah, she's Icelandic.
It's just Bjork is one of the Bjork. You know, it's not an attractive word, Bjork.
Well, no, it's
Oh,
not
I think
attractive
that's why she
American
picked it.
word.
She's
It's
a
the brand
psychotic
of her
pixie.
yogurt.
Pardon me, I gotta wipe the Bjork out of my knee pits.
Yeah, she's a psychotic pixie.
She is.
She is? No,
Bjork,
she did attack
now
somebody.
it's strawberry.
Yeah,
She got kicked in the Bjork, and that was the end of that.
I used to be an adventurer like you till I took an arrow to the Bjork.
Yeah.
It's New Bjork.
I used to be an hour like you until I took a knee to the adventurer. That's the... Yes. Yes, he got hit in the head.
That was very lowbrow.
Be a part of it.
Oh,
Need
shut up,
your
Ross.
Well,
Smack
he
you in the
is.
face.
See, he used to be highbrow until all those concussive traumas to the dome.
You said you were highbrow, but that was a lie.
Yes.
I thought there was a time in every woman's life when she lost her Bjork.
No, she doesn't.
Well, you should,
Well,
you
not
should
every
know, James.
woman.
I just want to know who Bjorked on the floor.
Clean that
Probably somebody
Bjork
who
up.
works for the government. I mean,
Bjork this way.
I didn't Bjork there.
This is becoming like a corn stream.
I'm a star in LA.
It's becoming like a what stream?
Corn.
The corn stream.
Well, earlier we were talking about how we was doing
Wrath
Never
of Bjork.
Walk Alone. And then she was like, Maddie was like, never walk alone.
Off this way.
And
Off
then we
this
had,
way.
what? Neil talks on the phone. God damn it.
We are the Bjork. We're going to sing at you until you give up.
Resistance is futile, so come
oh
to our
dang,
concert.
I am taking a beating here. Come on, stop hitting me, stop hitting me.
Oh, just keep hitting him. He likes it.
Did you confuse the pet house with the bathhouse?
What, Mooney's Gay Bathhouse?
Apparently, we're going to get assimilated.
No,
Yeah,
they're
that
gonna
would
force
say
you
Not if they blow me up first.
Now Will's worried in case they blow him off first.
Ew.
Yeah.
Well, we don't talk
Remember,
about
you
that
can't
below.
assimilate without ass.
Ah, God damn it,
Okay.
James.
I'm out of range for a moment. Come on, get those repairs going. Shields.
Wellington boots.
Meth.
One, two, three.
Oh, it's the posh traveling life, the traveling life for me.
You look like a chimpanzee.
Do you guys know about Nexus mods?
And I think you're 83.
Know about what?
It's a site called Nexus Mods, and they hold a lot of mods for games on their site. Problem is,
Oh yes, and they did the mash.
the Monster Mash.
He did the monster
Yeah.
mash. And it
they're
was a
incre-
graveyard smash.
So they're incredibly fucking woke.
Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?
But
It is
what-
a
you know about the
monster
new,
mash.
the new game?
I was working in the lab
Fuck,
late
what is it
one
called?
night.
Oblivion remake of Oblivion, and there was this. They changed the male and female slider to body type 1 and body type 2.
Yeah, we already had this
My
discussion
eyes
earlier on
beheld
today.
their nearest
Well, no, we
sight.
didn't. I didn't have this discussion with you.
I'm just reminded of that neo hippie lesbian western movie, Blazing Sandals.
What? There's a fucking neo hippie western lesbian movie?
And their second one, Birkenstocks of Doom.
Yes.
Just for that, I think you should watch Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Yes, just to get some testosterone in you. A dance of the three snakes.
You've probably never seen that film, have you?
You've aroused the three snakes.
Nope.
It was Valeria as
Hell Comes to Frogtown's a straight to DVD, a straight to video science fiction movie.
starring Roddy Piper.
One of the really bad post-apocalyptic science fiction movies of the 80s.
Oh God, it sounds like it's going to be just as bad as Night of the Lepus.
Night of the Lepus is fun.
Oh, it is worse because you got these actors wandering about in really bad frog outfits.
Yes.
Kefkers, Kefkers,
Not at the moment. Tyr, on stream, your mic volume is lower than everyone else's. It's kind of tough to hear you.
Hello?
Oh.
Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
it's tough to hear him here too.
Lodi, it actually was Blue who killed you.
Hold on. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me good?
What?
Well, I mean, I can hear you in here, but not as well on stream. I'll go back and check.
Wait a minute. Let me.
I was working in the lab late one night.
Yes, we know.
Beep, beep, beep. Let's see.
Yes, we know you were working in the lab late last night because Tay had to pay the electricity bill. He's never shut up about it.
Monsters. Oh man, who is the guy that sings that? Holy shit!
Oh, I can see his face as well.
Bobby Boris Pickett.
I tell you what, though, if you get a chance, watch Jeff Castellucci's version of it. It's fucking awesome.
How is this now?
Apparently, Rick Jones sang a version of it in Marvel Comics, but he
hold on,
edited it with just Helen Banner sent to you.
Wait a minute, guys.
He
Hold on.
is still on the quiet side.
I need y'all to quiet down just for a
Lodi,
second.
Lodi, like I said.
Hello. Well, I'm trying to fix. All right, let me hear how it sounds now. All right, it should be fine now.
I've got a Philly shave and I've never had a cut off it.
All right, hey,
those might cut the skin. No, I'm sorry, those might break the skin, but they don't penetrate the skin.
Yeah.
All right.
If you know what I mean.
It's a new mic, guys, and I'm currently working out some of the technical issues, so bear with me. I'm not a fucking genius. This is all Greek science to me.
That's always something, though.
Apparently, Tay's working on testicle issues.
Blue has joined us.
Hello there.
Hello, murderer.
Someone else just popped in, and I think I might have hallucinated it. I don't know.
Look.
Say, is it murder if Lothi wanted to be dead?
Yes.
I don't think he did at the time because he was having a shower.
I'm picking a new TFO.
Have you got this Star Trek Online?
Yeah, alright.
No.
Get it.
It's free.
Then we can join you. Then you can join us.
I cannot deny that you climb my tower almost every day. And you
then when we do
deny
TFOs, it'll just be us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It sounds better now. It's you're up with everyone else now.
All right, I just had to.
Lower.
I just had to fuck around with the settings. Sorry about that.
Lodi, can you understand him?
No, I can never understand him. Even when I can understand the words he's saying.
You see,
He's so stupid. It's beyond my comprehension. See.
You mean it's below your comprehension?
It's always the undead.
Yeah, but he is still below your comprehension.
I'm hurt and offended, good sir.
You're supposed to be.
Oh, good. Make sure.
And you know what? Going back to what Blue was called, I don't prefer the term murderer. I prefer that we are someone who gives them an express delivery to God's judgment.
I prefer the word mortal middle management.
Yes.
Hold on. Which God?
Yes. Not part of the equation.
Yes.
In the words of Boondock Saints, we'll send you to whatever God you choose.
Whatever God you wish.
Whichever God you choose will send you to the exact opposite.
That means you want to send me to Valhalla? Fuck.
Valhalla.
No.
Into the motherland, the German army march.
We'll send you to the afterlife and let it get sorted out there.
Who's sending who where?
We're going to send Tyr to the moderately unhappy hunting ground.
Oh no, God, no, not there. Please, anywhere but
Not
there.
where he's at now.
I don't want to go to the moderately unhappy hunting ground. I'm not.
No, the
I'm
moderately
not,
unhappy hunting ground ends up at the happy hunting ground, but after you spent about 10,000 years doing the paperwork.
I'm not Indian. Like, we don't have the Kefki, you can go to the happy hunting ground. You can go to the happy. You don't want to go to the happy hunting ground?
No, because Kefki's not going to die.
What? Yes, I am.
He's an elder abomination.
What?
Not if we've got anything to do with it. You're going to live forever.
Oh, no. That's boring.
I'm going to raise her up as a lich.
Why? No, it isn't, because every 40 years, we're going to...
Hold on. What you...
Kefki, every 40 years, we're going to wipe part of your so that'll be new and exciting, fresh again.
We're going to mind wipe you.
Fucking serious? Why?
Yeah.
No, I am not fucking the dog star.
Apparently, I cannot draw land for the life of me today.
Oh, you're playing Magic the Gathering.
Yep.
Tragic the Blathering.
On Arena.
I mean, usually drawing land's pretty easy. All you have to do is put a straight line on paper and say, "There's the land."
Me and my gaming group tried to play that once when, back in the day when it was fresh and new and exciting, and
now it's
we
been
got to the point
absorbed.
we got so sick of it that we devised a new game where
when
you won, you could choose 4 of your opponent's cards and set fire to them.
Wow. What a game.
Yeah,
I've lost 6 games in a row. This is bullshit. I did not hit that. I did not.
Yeah.
Alright, so anybody hear about anything interesting? Because
I heard it was an itsy bitsy teensy weensy yellow polka dot bikini.
What? That Kefki wore for the first time today?
Oh, I thought it was you.
Well, I didn't wear the yellow polka dot bikini.
People smoking.
I'm a ferret. I don't wear bikinis. I don't wear anything.
You go all naked then.
Wear a fur coat.
Yes.
Ew.
I'm
He wore a titchy litchy yellow polka dot bikini.
I don't wear my bikini out anymore. It's too cold.
Clothes. You
haven't got any skin or nerve tissue to really feel the cold.
I think he was just worried about the stretch marks.
I can feel it in my bones.
Well, only on the bikini.
Why are you wearing a bikini if you're a skeleton?
I can feel it in my bones because I want to feel
Keep his
litchy.
bones warm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bones warm.
Why? They don't feel cold. They've got no nervous systems.
Look, when I
Use
go
a scarf.
Didn't think that went through.
Say, Bats, as somebody who
You're
actually
green.
has metal inserts into their bones and thermal sensitivity derived from that, and also for stuff like that.
Can I ask you a question?
Bone chilling is real. You can feel the cold when you get a
Can I ask you a
heat
question?
there.
You just did.
Go ahead.
Are you still alive?
So far.
Yeah, well, there's the difference. See, Tia isn't.
I'm alive.
The nervous system isn't active.
Exactly. Do you? If you do not prick me, do I not bleed? Shut up.
What was that
no
noise?
blood.
What was that noise?
Oh, Jim's fucking around in the kitchen microwave.
Ah.
Oh, thought the fire alarm's going off.
Microflame oven.
Yeah, the microflame oven. That sounds like the fire alarm.
No, it didn't. You were just stupid.
Ooh. We ain't gotta take that from her. The God damn it, person. You ain't gotta take that from him. Motherfuckers.
You call me a fucking woman.
I don't know how you identify
I
nowadays.
sound like one, but I'm not.
I don't know. Some days.
You gonna throw your dick on the table?
No, I'm not gonna put my dick on the table. I'm gonna keep it in my boxer shorts. Thank you.
Ew.
Wait, ghost.
Are these the boxer shorts you're wearing or the boxer shorts you've got in the washing machine?
No.
Kefki's in a mood. It's like somebody stole her mac and cheese or something.
Somebody stole her snack and cheese.
How did you know he had my mac and cheese today?
It was in the fridge for like 2 days.
Mother bastards.
How did you know my mother was a bastard? Wait.
What?
Wait a minute.
I didn't want to say mother bitches.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries. Now be gone.
Sorry, you can't say that. That's cultural appropriation. You're not English.
Oh, lordy.
I'm partially English.
The person who said it in the movie was portrayed as French.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. He was English.
Well, why do you have that silly accent then?
Because he was parodying the French.
It was an outrageous
No,
accent.
no,
you
no.
silly
I think it was actually French. I don't
No,
think
he
that was
wasn't.
Jean Cleese
He was
at all.
English.
No, I don't think that was Jean Cleese at all. I think that was a French knight.
No, that was John Cleese pretending to be a French knight.
No, that was a French knight pretending to be Jean Cleese.
It's John Cleese, not Jean Cleese.
It's Jean Cleese.
I get it.
It's John Cleese.
Jean
Cleese.
Yeah,
I'll
John.
get the. I will. I've got the Ghostbusters on speed dial, Lodi.
Look, you ain't gotta be scared of him.
Then Cleese.
It was a silly French knigget.
A knigget?
Yeah.
The hell is this thing?
Nigget.
Something strange. Neighborhood.
Who you gonna call?
Back in the throat.
Your mother.
Ghostbusters.
Wait
my head.
See, I don't think Ghostbusters would help out with me because I mean, there's not really anything in my neighborhood stranger than me.
I mean, you are an eldritch abomination.
I'm not dead yet.
No, I wouldn't be calling Ghostbusters to get you. I'd be calling the mob.
Well, that would be the pound.
No, the mob.
He's a cat.
Then they sort his neighborhood out because they just set fire to it.
Pounds don't pick up the cat.
Usually do. Pound will come pick up cats.
No, that's for dogs.
See,
Cats
That's
too.
Hey.
for animals.
just like
Especially
with the
ferrets.
mob, I've got my connections with the animal control people. So
Wait. Whoa. You threatened to put me in the pound?
Oh well, if that's the case,
Not
I will
you.
set vegetable control onto you.
Vegetable control? What the fuck is wrong with you, Batman?
Who do you think keeps? Hey, who do you think controls the likes of Joe Biden?
Ah.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know if you know about this one movie treatment I'm working on, but it involves a cryptid. That's
It involves cryptic.
That could be like in the world of the movie. It could be what everyone thinks is like a Wendigo or a Sasquatch.
Okay.
It's actually this cryptid that I finally decided on what I'm going to name it.
Barry.
I'm going to name it a Wookalar.
Wookalar!
It's not going to look like the Wookalar, but I'm naming it the Wookalar.
It's not gonna have a fro.
Why do I
It's not
keep
gonna have a
saying
Jew
small
fro,
alarm
and
when he
it's not
says
gonna
that?
have a pig nose and tusks.
I still don't understand why the Wookalar had a fro.
Hey, it was very
not normal in the overalls.
That would be a
Oh,
perfect crossover parody of Star Wars and Halloween.
Hold
You've got a Wookiee wandering around in a blue jumpsuit wearing a William Shatner mask.
Wookalar, not a Wookie-lar, a Wookalar.
All right, guys,
Pig
I'm
guy.
going to go get something to drink, so hold on
And
tight.
Dr. Pepper.
Get you a Dr. Pepper.
Green Badger with
What's
Gotta
what's
find
looking
that
up?
fro.
please.
Hey, Green Badger.
Hail, almighty Brock!
Oh, look, there's a drink I can drink.
Brock is an Old English word for badger,
drink.
by the way.
With a drink on a drink and a drink and a drink and I want a drink, I ain't got one, no.
Got tea over there.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm actually a little concerned about what kind of badger he might be because
green.
It's green.
That's a color, not a type.
Will, that is not a regulation haircut.
He hates bad chocolate. Look, he can't help it.
I don't do regulation haircuts.
This is Starfleet. It isn't a Wookiee convention.
Now I'm just stuck with that old George Carlin bit where he said, "Do you ever stop to think that X-Lax is just old bad chocolate that gives you the runs?"
Oh God.
That old bad chocolate's got me in its spell. That old bad chocolate made my bed smell.
Ew.
See, he says all that, and I'm sitting here with a shaggy beard and a ponytail. I don't do regulation haircuts.
Who had a shaggy beard and a ponytail?
Oh, Kefki, it's nasty down there. How dare you?
Not on my ship, you don't.
What?
Well, it's not on your ship, am I?
So before tonight's stream, I watched the $6 Million Man, The Secret of Bigfoot, parts 1 and 2.
There's a secret of Bigfoot and the $6 million.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go watch. Bigfoot. So I'm gonna have to go watch that again. I'm reminded.
It's terrible.
I'm reminded of.
He's wearing just a fursuit. When he's doing like the jumping around and stuff, he gets like, "Oh, that's a fursuit, man."
All right, I'm back.
Still,
Not even a good one.
I've been trying to talk for 5 minutes.
And you've been
muted.
muted.
I was muted.
James.
We've all done that.
For the record, though,
that is a traditional mistake.
All right.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody ready for another TFO?
BLooZeR.
What? I've been here for a while.
I said.
Wow.
Yeah. You hit that. You hit that, Mitch, and then I'm reminded of waking up in the hospital like 15 years ago and somebody posting on Facebook because I'd just gotten wrecked in an accident. It was like, we can build him. We can, we can rebuild him. We can make him better. We have the technology.
We have the capability to make the world's first bionic man.
But we'll run on a budget.
Yeah, we have the capability to be the world's first bionic man. But instead, we're going to make a radio.
Yeah, I'm not the $6 billion man as far as that goes. I'm more like the $6,000 man, maybe.
Yeah, this day and age, it would probably be more like the $600 billion man.
No, I'd be like the $16 man.
I'd be like the $20.
I'd probably be the 6 pence man.
I'm sitting here and I get the reminder that I have to plug in my cybernetics and recharge them.
Steve Austin, astronaut, a man barely.
Shit.
Wow.
Wait, take your meds.
Yeah.
He said he is a taxidermist, Texas North American badger. That's the kind of badger he is.
Oh, okay.
A what badger?
Taxidermist.
Badger, mushroom,
badger.
Snake! It's a snake!
Oh no, it's a snake!
Everybody loves magical Trevor because the tricks that he does are ever so clever. Look at him now. Making a bow, it's magical Trevor. Sorry.
So what was you saying, Jay?
I was going to say, for the record, the Bigfoot Sasquatch thing, it's all a conspiracy. What it is, it's a dryad that smokes marijuana and makes all these shadow puppets. That's why you never get a good look at Bigfoot.
I like to think that Bigfoots are actually blurry, and every picture is actually what they really look like. It's just that they look blurry because that's what they are.
See, Andre
So
the
you're
Giant
saying-
only played the Sasquatch in the first two-parter. After that, it was played by Ted Cassidy.
Yep.
Who played Lurch on the Addams Family.
You right.
I like Lurch. He's cool.
No, Lurch, the bell did. I just picked it up and shook it.
Oh, no,
Well, look at me. I don't have my sound pad up for these.
The man named Jay.
Oh dear, what a pity.
Poor mountaineer who could keep.
You had one job, Will.
One day he was shooting at some food, and out from the ground
No,
came
that-
a bubbling fruit.
Can somebody
Oh,
strangle
that
Tyr,
is
please?
black
I know
gold.
He already is strangling.
Texas T.
Tyr,
Yes.
Tyr, stop kicking your cat.
I'm not kicking Will.
Guys,
Oh,
I'm
he
gonna
knows better
dip.
than to
Y'all
try
have fun.
kicking me.
All right, James, you be
Later,
safe, my
James.
friend.
Rock on, James.
Y'all have fun.
James.
Good night.
Night. Be safe, my friend.
Good night and good luck.
If you can't be safe, get them first.
If you can't get them first, get revenge. Out come the ground, come a bubbling.
And if you can't get revenge, plant incriminating evidence.
Oh, that is black gold.
We'll see if I can still do this. To quote Charlie the Unicorn, you know what? I think I died a long time ago, and you two, you were my eternal punishment.
No, that's how I feel about Jack Gunsky
No,
on
I
the
think
corner.
the best line from Charlie the Unicorn is what? They took my kidney, the bastards!
No, right. That's honestly how I feel about Frosted and
Candy
Terry.
Mountain, Charlie!
Hold on, baby. Like that's how I honestly feel about Terry and Frosted for Jack Gunsky on the corner. They are a demon sent to punish Jack, and everybody else is fucking collateral. Like, they must continue Jack's suffering, and he can do nothing about it.
Tyr.
Yes.
It is true. I am the king of Candy Mountain. Oh, damn it, they took my kidney.
Rock Candy Mountain, where you never change. What?
Tyr.
Yes.
I hope your legs run away in search of a better life.
Don't worry, there's a cure to my body.
Oh, the buzzing of the bees and the cigarette trees and the...
Shut up, I know.
In the big coat.
Home for the deranged, where the deer and the antelope are strange.
When cocaine is heard, best used word.
Oh, Tidge, where's the ice pick? I want to ram it through my ear.
Yes.
Right
Yeah,
over
can you
there.
pass it?
Thank
Can
you.
you give it to me afterwards?
Hey, Lothi, ram it through his tongue instead. That'll,
Hold on.
He hasn't
Let-
got
let-
his
let-
tongue.
Dick in a car door.
just as effective and less damage to yourself.
Hold on. What
He
the
hasn't
fuck?
got a tongue. He's a lich.
I know.
I do want to say this. None of you have tinnitus, right? Because if you get rid of your
Yeah.
hearing, you will still
do.
hear the ringing in your ear.
Yeah, I got
Um,
Tinnitus is inside your brain, not in your ear canal.
It depends. There is, I think there is versions of it where it says something to do with the shape of your ears.
Say,
I got
Ryan,
it from listening real loud.
I got
Close.
decades worth of nerve damage on the auditory nerves and everything. I have got tinnitus for days.
Bam.
Yeah, you can't get.
Sorry, I can't.
You can't get
Sorry, I
tinnitus
can't.
through working in like noisy environments.
Yay.
Yay.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of my military grade tinnitus.
I can't hear you. The sound of me not wanting to hear your
Lucky
voice.
bastard.
Not really. That's the only thing they'll let me have a disability for. I still have to one of these, like later on this year, go through and have my shit redone because they were like, hey, by the way, you did lose hearing, but you didn't lose enough to up your percentage.
Really?
Ah. Yeah, 'cause I thought you were just employing a reason why you're not listening to anybody. Because I usually, sorry, I can't hear you over my lack of interest.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. The sound of my general assholery.
You know, you turn like, who are you talking to?
Wait a minute. Green Badger said, remember, the 11th commandment, do unto others before you do unto you. That's a good commandment. I can see why they left it out the books.
Ow, 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 ow,
Live over here.
God damn it. But back to what I was saying earlier before they started interrupting me. So on the Nexus mod community kind of revolted, and now they put the mod back up.
Mod?
Yeah. So like I said, the remake of Oblivion. No, not mod. The mod.
MOB. Yes.
MOB. The modification to the game, Oblivion Remastered.
Oh.
Where it changes the new body type 1, body type 2 to male and female like it used to be, because body type is fucking
coming back
stupid.
to this?
Yes.
Yeah. How long's that game being released now?
A week.
I'm already sick of it.
I've never played Oblivion, and I don't care.
What does this have to do with B. Arthur?
God damn it.
She looks like she came out of Oblivion.
She does.
She don't face like Oblivion.
She will do now.
Yeah, she was in the dungeon.
But she is in Oblivion. Wait, no.
No, they didn't put it back in.
I'll go with that, yeah.
B. Arthur was never going to win a beauty contest, was she?
No, she was not.
She was
Who's
very managed. But you got to give B. Arthur credit because she turned that into a
selling point.
Financial advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the name of my swords. B.
Or financial
and Arthur.
advantage.
What?
The name of your sword is financial advantage.
Oh, clearly.
No, B and Arthur.
No, my sword's the name kindness and patience.
No, Mitch said financial advantage, and you said that's the name of my sword, so you said your sword's name is financial advantage.
I said it the same time you said B. Arthur's name.
No, you didn't. No, that's not how I heard it.
Judges?
I don't care.
We're gonna side with Batman on this one. Critical. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't. None of my swords have earned enough notoriety to get a name yet. So.
I did call one of my swords in AD&D. I named it. I called it Kevin.
Say, although the one that's sitting in the other room, I might take to naming it Steve. And Steve's a good name.
What about Regency Kelly?
No, God, no.
Barnard.
Oh, okay. Well, then fine. Then let's talk about this one. Did y'all hear about the latest shit with Trump wearing a blue suit and everybody going ape shit? But when you pan the picture
Nobody
out,
cares because when you
it's
Who didn't hear about that?
It's fucking blue suits everywhere.
Hear about what?
So at the Pope's funeral, Trump.
You know
wore
what?
blue
I got a
suit.
better idea. Let's make this like the Pope's funeral and let it die.
God, you know what? Fuck you, Ryan. I want to talk about it.
Yeah, I wonder if this time they're actually going to elect a Catholic.
Hopefully they do.
Like quite literally, this is like I will say it's like it has had more people bitching about it than they did with the tan suit.
Yeah, but you know what gets me about the situation entirely? When did the fucking left care about religion?
Like, great, he was wearing a blue suit.
So was Prince William.
Yeah, who cares?
Okay,
about
so
it?
my starship is emitting black smoke, so no new pope yet.
In space, nobody can hear you, see you smoke.
In space, the space pope will be elected soon, hopefully. He'll be the Pope of Space.
Maybe it's the Pope of Space. Oh.
Space Pope.
Pope of Space. Pope of Space. Pope of Space.
Batman, what's your day job?
Mea culpa, mea maxima culpa.
Batman.
Hey, Tyr.
Yes.
How do you annoy Lady Gaga?
How? How do you know Lady Gaga?
Poker face.
My cringe muscle broke. Oh. I cringed too hard.
Can't read mine. Can't read my poker face.
Kiss my black ass nigga.
So I have to just because of the Axis of Awesome 4-chord song.
Oh, like
because you follow that up with "Come on, Barbie, let's go party."
Ew. Don't you complete that line,
I heard
Critical?
somebody try to sing that on a karaoke once, and because of the way they were singing it, it sounded more like they were saying, "Come on, Barbie, let's go potty."
Ew.
Well, I mean, if they were German, maybe they really meant that.
Oh no.
Come on, Eileen, let's go have a shit.
Come on, Susan, let's take a dump.
Come on, Eileen, but wipe it off afterwards.
Ew. Ew. I refuse to talk about these fecal
Why do you
matters.
think her dress was dirty?
She met Bill Clinton as well?
Ew.
Her dress wasn't dirty, her socks were dirty.
Oh no, she was dirty. Because of all that, come on, Eileen.
My thoughts, which are dirty. Oh, come on, Eileen.
I'm seriously reevaluating on my friendship with you guys. You guys are slightly disgusting. I approve.
Man, you guys are taking a long time to kill that last ship. There we go.
Oh, thank.
Finally murdered the
Yeah, swaggle for that.
I got an ultra rare TFO reward that time.
Yay!
Boo.
See how much that's worth.
About 50 cents.
7 Google Flux.
Yes, probably.
7 dingleberries.
That one's worth 1,500 dilithium. Right on.
Mitch is rich in dingleberries.
Trying to stay awake.
Why?
Because he's insane.
If they come in the night.
Mostly at night.
I don't know about him. I have to stay awake because I have to be plugged in for probably another half hour, 45 minutes.
What are you, some kind of cheap rape android?
Yes.
Maybe.
Possibly.
I actually have medical attachments like a insulin pump and stuff, and
yeah, we all know insulin is damage over time.
Hold on.
So when are you gonna get your outsulin?
Wait a minute. Green Badger says not service related. Next is MOTZ sounds terrifying, and at the Popa Cabana, the hottest spot in Italia.
Right. I'm sorry, but you've got to get kicked off this server because you're singing a Barry Manilow song.
No, I'm saying Popa Cabana.
Barely man enough? Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, Gary Manley knows.
What, you don't like Barry Manilow? I take it you don't. All right, okay.
Manilow.
Yeah, I am.
Manilow.
Actually, talking about Barry Manilow, I hear he had a runny nose the other day. 15 people, I believe, drowned.
What is it? Ouch.
No, damn is what they needed.
No, a handkerchief is what they needed. All right.
Yeah, people thought that somebody was putting up a circus tent one day. It turned out it was Barry Manilow's handkerchief.
Oh God, it's 7 of not 9.
Area 3.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Shut up.
No, that's the wrong button, you putz.
Hold on. Wait a minute. We got a Cetacean and a Ferocian on the same team?
Yeah. He's brought his girlfriend with him.
I didn't know, Mitch.
Now, see, that's something I don't do.
She's called... Oh, God. It's a female cat person. She's called herself Tomcat.
Which is a guy's name. Yeah, I know.
No.
There are rules.
But
when you're in a band, you do not bring your girlfriend to practice.
That's true.
Somebody should have told Lennon that.
Ever.
Yes.
You get shit like
Where do you think the
Yoko Ono,
rule
yeah.
came from?
Yeah.
Well, that rule's been around for a long time.
When the hunting party starts, you do not bring the wife.
No, because being in a band is a business.
Yeah.
It's not a social event. It's a goddamn business. And every band I've been in, I've laid that rule out from the get-go. And what does everyone do? Show up with their fucking girlfriends.
At least that's better than the assholes who show up on these TFOs using their blinding lights.
Don't get me started on that shit.
Oh god, she's got pets with her.
Blinded by the light.
No.
Batman's a douche.
I'm gonna punch you in the face until yours go out.
Ow.
Why is Carbuncle
That's what
setting
he's
up
going to say.
crystals? Like, this isn't Final Fantasy Online.
Tyr, I hope you're reborn as Whoopi Goldberg's stunt double.
Whoa. Whoa. Batman.
Hey,
I'm
at
sorry.
At least you'll still be a man.
Hold on. Batman. I'm sorry, but that was way out of line there. That was
Why do I
highly
think you were
offensive.
going to say Whoopi Goldberg's sponge?
Oh.
And why after saying that am I wondering who I insulted? Tyr or Whoopi Goldberg?
I'm offended.
Yes.
I don't know who's more insulted.
I know I am.
Say yes. The answer is yes.
I'm offended, Batman. You
You're
know what?
supposed to be offended.
Your check is
That's
gonna be
the
really
purpose
late
of it.
this year. Next month's check is gonna be late as hell.
I'm still waiting for the check from 5 months ago.
Well, you're gonna be waiting longer now. Like, god damn. And I'm gonna spit the tin of biscuits I buy you. Know what? I'm not gonna spit on them. I'm gonna lick each and every one of them and put them back in the thing. Now. Your horrible, chalky taste, not cookie biscuits. That's what I'm gonna do to you.
I hope you wake up tomorrow morning to find you've been sleeping with Hillary Clinton.
You said back. You
Ew.
said head back and you tilted head
I'm
forward.
not suicidal.
I'm retarded.
No.
And I'm pretty sure Bill Clinton doesn't even want to wake up next to her.
I'm confused. If somebody's retarded, does that mean they're carded twice?
Yes.
No,
The
you're
first
double
carding
tarded.
didn't take
Yeah, they were tarded and they've had to have it redone.
Yeah.
They're double
They're
tarded.
retarded.
They're tartarded.
Yeah.
Then you get those mentally deficient microscopic animals, you know, retardigrades. Yes, you do. Christ, he says that every fucking time, and it's always the same shite at the bottom.
Yep. But has he try-tarded it?
I prefer not to be
tarded?
tarded. The first time I was tarded, it hurt. The second
I don't
time,
think that's something you have to try out to. I think he's naturally talented.
Yeah, cock-tarded.
I'm not.
When T was a kid, at school, he was so special needs. The short bus he was on only had one seat.
Why y'all talking about the bus I took to school? That's not
you
fair.
had
It's okay, I took the short bus too.
Exactly. It was,
See, my bus wasn't only short; it was also thin.
it's called a bike, Mitch. It wasn't a bus. I don't want to go down the hole.
You guys got buses? Lucky.
Like, I had to walk 8
Is that
miles.
an anorexic joke?
No, it was just a short thin bus.
I
Yeah,
had
anorexic
to,
joke.
I had to
No. Yeah, it
walk
was
8
true.
miles in the snow, both ways.
Yes, it was. It must have been awful going to school during the Ice Age, dear.
It was.
It was 3 miles to school, uphill both ways.
In the snow.
Oh, bro.
Rock row. Red Rom.
And then we had
Right
to
now
work.
I'm thirsty.
Red Rom. Sorry.
Purple
I'm
rum.
excited.
Is
Lost Blue.
Mitch, is the
No,
red
Blue's
rum
probably gone to
spiced
bed.
or not? I need to know just to know which mixers I can make with it.
It is spiced.
Have y'all tried
Okay.
blue coal?
We tried anal bleaching.
What?
Literally changing your ringtone.
Hold on. Green Badger says, I'm fine with the girlfriend/boyfriend bringing it practice as long as they are quiet. Yeah, I like that too. What?
Oh God, I've turned into Charlie Brown.
I'm mumbling.
Tyr did.
I'm mumbling.
I could not understand more than 3 words of that whole thing, including Green Badger.
All right.
You got 3 words more than I got.
Okay, hold on. Let me speak
Tyr
slowly.
does that whole thing of the
I got 3
Aussie
because
where
I
he
heard him
walks away
say.
from his mic.
I heard 3 simply because I heard Green Badger.
Hold on. Let me.
All I heard was
What-
Charlie Brown's teacher.
Guys, one sec. Tyr's trying to test something. Please.
Hold on. All right. Let me try this again. I'm fine with the whole girlfriend boyfriend being at practice as long as they're quiet. Did y'all hear that?
Yes,
Yeah,
I heard that.
You have
something about his girlfriend and attracted.
At practice.
Yeah.
Uh,
See,
let-
Tyr, you
yeah.
got to make sure you stop doing the Ozzy Osbourne thing.
Shouting for Sharon.
So he's not wandering away. He's running away.
Couldn't get away.
Sharon. I got
Adrian.
I like that story he told, Ozzy Osbourne told about when he was, one of his therapies was, trying something restful like breeding pigeons. Until he lost his temper with the pigeons, and the police were called because he was going around the garden shooting all these pigeons with a shotgun.
Okay. Fucking pigeons, man. They're evil.
Pigeons are stupid. The modern pigeon you see in the U.S. was originally cultivated by people, and was considered a pet and a sign of wealth, or depending on how many you had.
Pigeons the world over are stupid.
Oh yeah, dude, pigeons in the U.S. have actually gotten murked by blind bottom feeding frickin' fish that come to the surface occasionally.
Wow.
Yeah, because pigeons were basically the pets of humans for so long, they really don't know how to be out in the wild.
Wow.
Oh, we have wild pigeons in the UK, but they're still morons.
Oh yeah, they're not much smarter.
Yeah,
but
they're
the
called
ones that,
Batman.
yeah, the ones that are in the U.S. were originally domesticated and then let go, and that whole thing. So that's where the origin of most of them are.
Mind, do you know what would happen if you had 1,000 tears all linked together to form one brain?
Wind tunnel.
You know, you'd have one pigeon brain.
No, you said they're linked together. I assume ear to ear. So it would be a wind tunnel.
It wouldn't be a wind
Reminds me
tunnel.
of that line from Private Eyes. Mom always said if you had another brain, you'd be lonely.
Damn.
And we'll be watching that movie soon. Yay!
You know what you call
brain cells shy of a synapse?
You know what you call a fly that gets inside Tyr's head, don't you?
What?
A space invader.
I don't know, but Tyr, you better reteam well.
Oh, okay.
It was going to be artificial intelligence.
Plane crashed.
What is that?
Oh, I figured it was going to be the old DVD screensavers.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you know where they had the freaking logo just bounce around?
Yeah.
Right for another
try to see if
TFO?
you could actually hit the corner.
Hold on. Everybody ready for another TFO?
Give me a second.
All right. Well, while he's doing that, I'll spin that 1 point of that I got.
Elephant.
I don't often run into anyone named Spinrad.
But when you do,
ever encountered someone named
don't
that?
tell me, Mitch. When you do, you reverse over them.
I don't know.
Is that an actual name?
Yes.
I would
I did
change
one
my
in-
name.
I've only ran into one person named Nimrod, though.
Yeah, what a Nimrod.
It's actually funny.
Wasn't he the
Dark
king at
Lord.
the Tower of Babel?
No.
I don't know.
No, my name is not Nimrod. It's Meathead.
Oh yeah, meathead. Sorry.
Oh, so your name is
That
Rob
was
Reiner.
Nimrod.
Nimrod was earlier.
Yeah, that guy.
I have legitimately met a man named Guy.
Oh, God.
I met a guy named Guy.
No, Guy.
I had an uncle named Guy, so I mean,
I knew a guy named Guy.
Was it Guy or Gee?
Guy.
It was Guy.
Guy.
Ready for it, Batman?
Yeah, I suppose so.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Farfig Nugan?
No, I'm trying to remember that name joke on Airplane, you know, where the pilots are introducing each other. You know, Roger, Wilco, over, under.
No, Jim, Jack, and Bob.
Captain Over.
Yep.
Roger, what's your vector, Victor?
Wait a minute. We had Joe, Jack, and Jim.
And then two, it was over, under, and done.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I was over under, and you were.
All right, fill me in. What's happened? What happened before I got it? Well, first the Earth formed, and then it cooled. Then the dinosaurs came along, but they were too big, so they died out.
And then God made the Remington 700 to hunt shotguns into homosexuals.
The hunt the dinosaurs.
Oh God, not this again.
Not this again.
Oh fuck.
That's exactly what the Bowl of Petunias said.
Villius.
Hey, what kind of ship is the Haddonfield, Mitch?
What?
What kind of ship is the Haddonfield?
And for clarification, that is the homosexuals, not the homosexuals.
It's a.
There's a
okay.
difference.
Oh, you mean the ones who like hummus?
Hold on, I'm trying to hear what Mitch said. What you say, Mitch?
The Haddonfield is an Achilles class miracle worker heavy destroyer.
Ah. Okay.
With go faster stripes.
It will put your lights out.
With two painted flames on the side because he thinks it'll make it go faster.
Well, no, it's not very fast, oddly enough.
I mean, it can only do warp 5. It's all right. It's okay.
That's why they had to put the stripes on it so it would go faster.
Yeah, that's how physics works.
Yeah.
Wait, physics works?
My hot rods are jacked up in the back because cars go faster downhill. Yeah, I live in a cartoon. You okay, Kefki?
Yeah, I got ouchies. Sorry.
You're okay.
I'm not telling you.
Kefki?
Shouldn't have ate that cream. Shouldn't have ate that cheese.
Kefki, you never have to apologize for anything.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Yes, you do. You have to apologize for the fact that you're a fart.
She got you there, Beth.
Fuck you.
She did.
I would never apologize for being a ferret.
The main thing Kefki
You
typically has to apologize for is for apologizing.
Do it.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fattest one of all?
She's got you there.
For not being.
I refuse to apologize for not being a fart on the ground.
You
that
apologize
ferrets-
for not being a ferret.
Nope, I refuse. I refuse.
You do it.
Nope.
You do it.
No, I won't.
See, you press the ferret button, Tyr.
Yep.
Or not apologize.
You
Be down with
did
starving
that.
babies in New Guinea.
But would you listen to us? Oh no, it's just a harmless little ferret, isn't it?
Look,
Look at the bones.
Look, she just
I don't
going
think
to
there
know.
is anything harmless about Kefki.
Look, she's going to gnaw on the bone. I'm gonna be like, oh no, stop gnawing on that bone, and I'm gonna leave. And I'm gonna go to a cemetery and just steal a new bone.
Mood, you'll wake up without your toenails.
Could be worse. She could be a Neanderthal ferret.
Oh no, not a cave ferret.
You could be stupid.
Yes, he's calling you stupid.
What?
Oh no.
Wait, who's calling us stupid?
You are. You're calling her stupid. We all heard it.
Yeah.
No, that was you calling us stupid.
No, mate, it was you.
Yeah, it was definitely
called
you.
her stupid. No, definitely you. I think it was you. It sounded like you to me.
It did sound
No,
like
you
Batman.
see, you're just trying to cause trouble now. It was you.
Oh no! You're trying to cause trouble.
This is why Blue
Now
killed
you're
you.
just doing the. Now you're just doing the. I know you are. My argument.
No, not
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Blame it all on yourself, cause she's always a ferret.
You said you know what is in your eye.
What? Who?
Who ducked?
What?
Hits your eye.
like a square pizza pie. That's the Batman.
Oh wait, no, I understand now. It was Tyr trying to cause trouble. Right, it was Tyr's fault.
When the moon hits your knees and you mispronounce trees, sycamore.
Sycamore!
When the moon hits your eye like a big piece of pie, the world's just ended.
Pizza.
That's pizza.
No.
You have a stomachache. You can't have pizza.
I couldn't have a pizza even if I wanted a fucking pizza because we don't got pizza.
I ate a pizza today.
Damn
I had
it,
fish.
I want pizza.
I've got pizza in the fridge.
I haven't had a pizza since 1872.
Pizzas weren't invented then.
I wonder. I worry about you, Batman. I worry.
Why?
I worry about me too.
No, just Batman. He's British.
He's just trying to start trouble again, like you did earlier.
I didn't start any trouble. I'm innocent.
I don't worry about him. I worry about people having to interact with him.
Hold on. Green Badger says, I went to school with a kid named Thor and a girl named Fallopeia. I can believe it.
A dude named what?
Thor and a girl named Fallopeia.
Fallopeia?
Yep.
Like the tubes. Fallopeia.
That's fallopian.
Why would you name your
Same
kid
difference.
fallopian?
I don't know.
If I had a daughter, I'm so evil. I would name her Incontinentia Buttocks.
I would name my son Bickus.
Yeah.
And there's
There's a wife, you know.
Oh yes.
This,
you know what her name is? Incontinentia Buttocks.
Don't hear about the
Heck,
Brown Wolf player. About 3:30, sir.
Since the topic of kids has been brought up, have any of you seen the video going around of the mom who says she takes half of her daughter's check from her job?
No.
Yeah, she doesn't even and she's not doing the whole thing of oh, I'm putting it in a savings account. She's taking half her daughter's check minimum and uses it to pay bills and shit.
Okay, my mom did the same damn thing.
I had that actually happen. I've actually had that happen to me.
Yeah, how old
girl-
is the kid? Because my
The girl's she's getting close to her senior year in high school, so there's she's still in high school.
Oh, boo-hoo. My mom did that to me.
yeah, my mom. I helped pay bills.
Under 18,
Oh,
it's
from-
legal.
From everything in that whole thing, from what we're aware of, because she's a divorced mom as well, so she doesn't need help paying the bills. I know you're saying the boo-hoo and whatnot, but it's as a parent, you're obligated to take care of your kids.
Yeah, but sometimes it's nice to help your parents. So, like I said, when I first got a job, I did that so I could help pay bills and improve our living. Yeah.
Yes, that's the whole thing. But did your parents come to you and say you have to give them half of your check?
No.
Yeah,
okay.
that's the difference. She came directly to her daughter and said, "Hey, you have to pay me half your check." Doesn't matter how much half your check is mine.
Hold on.
Was like that.
Hold on. My mom, it wasn't half my check, but I did have to give her $400 a month. Now that was rent, and it taught me how to pay bills on time, and make sure that whatever little money I had enough for rent money. So again, I'm not seeing the bad here. I don't see the issue. You're almost an adult. You need to start paying your way.
Yeah, I guess it just matters the context and stuff of it. I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like if she would just taken that money to be a bitch about it, just give me that money. But if she's legitimately using that money for, rent.
From what I can tell, she says she uses it for bills, but I'm not 100% that she is. And even when the daughter was like, "Hey, mom, can I keep a bit extra so I can use that for prom?" Her mom goes, "No, you can't."
Oh, that's sad.
Again, the rent man isn't going to take. Oh, I only got this much tonight.
Yeah, it could be tough love, for all we know. I mean, based on what you said, you know more about it than I do, but
yeah. Well, I'm going based off the way the woman presented herself, and that whole thing, and she's very matter of fact, being a bitch about it. It's basically what she's And her whole thing her whole reasoning behind it, she's like, well, I have to pay bills. I put clothes on your back. I'm the one who brought you to work before you had a car, and you had to save up for your own vehicle. I'm the one who pays for your food. I'm owed this.
No, like up until they're 18, your parents are not owed jack fucker shit because they had you. They're supposed to take care of you up until you're 18. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I got my first job, I was making £120 a week, and I was paying board of £20 a week. So yeah, £100 was mine in my £20 went to my dad took off us. But when you consider that covered like food, laundry, place to sleep, TV.
By comparison, it's nothing. And Will, did you jump down?
Styling moose. Yeah.
Crystal meth.
Basically, I was on Easy Street.
Again,
I didn't think so at the time.
Now you know better.
Yeah. Honestly, again, my boo-hoo is because, look, at that point, you need to start learning how to pay bills. Kids nowadays don't have that type of, and then they don't have that type of.
Most
okay,
kids
I guess I should. Okay, so wait, hold on, Tyr. So did your mom start taking money as soon as you got a job?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what this woman did as well. So it's like from her being like 15 or 16, it was half her paycheck every paycheck.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't half my paycheck. It was a portion of my check, and she was more than willing to.
That would be, and see, that's the thing though, Tyr, is like a portion of your paycheck would be understandable to teach them about that whole thing and like showing where it's going. But this one was just like, no, I'm owed this.
Yeah, fuck that.
No, yeah, she is owed that until she starts demanding it. Then she's throwing that out the window.
Oh no, a child does not owe nothing to the parent like that. The parent decided to spread their legs. So
I'm torn on the grounds that I can understand the.
He can't ask to be born.
Hold on, now I'm torn on this one on the grounds that it is even the method of it is wrong, but the spirit of it is right. You're teaching
her. Yeah, but she's doing it because she thinks her kid owes her for being born. That's wrong. Her kid doesn't owe her for that.
And that's why I'm torn because again, the way she's going to the reason behind it is dickish. No, you're not owed, but you should teach your kid. Hey, the rent man cometh, and the rent man he don't give two fucks about what you got going on. He wants his ducats and he wants them now.
Kefki, I've met a kid that definitely was asking to be born, considering that he was conceived after the tubes were tied.
Oh, okay. Wow. But
stupid.
Okay, that's different.
But again, like I said, I'm
He had a lock pick.
Yeah, that thing about the tied tubes. They're
not 100% effective.
40 to 50% of the time, it just doesn't work.
Or they come untied. They can just come untied.
And regenerate. Because my mother had hers tied and burnt. And when she was about 50, she found she was pregnant and they had to, because it would have been a danger to her, mom and dad had to get rid of it.
Apparently, they had another doctor check and he was like, yeah, it's done. It was done properly. This kid just really wanted to be born.
It happens. It's not that. It's not that uncommon.
The kid had a map to navigate the fallopian superhighway.
He didn't have a football-shaped head, did he? Speak with an upper-class English accent.
He wasn't posh, was he? All right, don't have TFO.
He doesn't hang about with a white dog called Brian, does he?
Nope. Does he insist upon himself?
Like a Brian.
But what else is going on in the world that has annoyed or pissed me off?
Apparently, there was a lot of banging and screaming coming from the Pope's coffin.
I'm not dead yet. You're mostly dead. I feel quite fine, actually. Nope. You're someone called dead.
Yeah, the money.
Yeah, the money the Cardinal.
I feel happy.
Wait a minute.
Now I was going to say the money the Cardinal spent on a Bluetooth speaker to throw in there was well worth it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I want
I
to
just
happen
heard that it was emitting fumes of sulfur and brimstone. Wonder why.
Devil himself came up to take him down personally. No one can tell me that JD Vance didn't whack the Pope, and I'm explaining to you how it happened. He was walking in and he heard Trump talking to Melania and goes, "Who will rid me of this terrible priest?" And you know, JD Vance goes, "I got you, buddy." Oh, don't tell me y'all don't remember that from history.
And as the Pope was dying, JD Vance looked him in the eye and says, "But did you say sorry?"
No.
Who put the Pope in the box of ducks?
Did you? You need to call Trump and tell him you're sorry.
Put the Pope in
now.
the coconut and shake it all up. You put the Pope in the coconut too. You shake it up.
Did you say thank you?
Put the
No.
lime in the coconut and drink it all up. Put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. Put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up.
Damn!
I know.
Version of everything.
Daylight come
Daylight
and me
come
wanna go
and me
home.
wanna go home.
Day!
Daylight come and Dracula turns into dust.
Day! Me say day, me say day, me say day, me say day, me say day. Oh.
Me say Tyr is a hoe.
Mr. Sally me banana.
You okay? Work all night on a drink of rum. Daylight come and
Because you're just a hoe.
Say, wouldn't that be implying that there's some kind of interest on the other party?
What?
They did the monster mash.
Oh, shut up. Nobody cares about your monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash?
No, it wasn't.
It was on in a flash.
No, it didn't.
It caught on in a flash.
It was a failure. Nobody liked it.
Oh, that's a little werewolf and the Dracula.
Who cares?
The hell are you talking about?
Well, look, we know they were kung fu fighting. Most people couldn't tell because they obviously were fast as lightning.
Actually, no, they weren't. They were really slow.
But it was a little bit frightening, honestly, Rodden. But they fought
All
with
they
extra
were
time.
all they were doing was going up to old Chinese guys and taking stones out their hands.
You know what?
Why you can take the puddle?
You know what angers me is that we never
lot.
got. Go to hell. Yes, a lot. That we never got to see Kane from Kung Fu Legend, the Legend, in a movie.
Bro.
What?
Yeah, Kane. We never got to see.
That would have
Kane.
been worth seeing.
David Carradine played Kane in a movie.
How?
He came in I think 2 TV movies.
He did?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
One of
didn't know
them
that.
had he finally found his son or something, and it was played
His
by
brother.
Brandon Lee.
I didn't know that.
No, it was his son.
And he got all choked up.
Well,
Well played, Lotus.
Nice one. I'll give you that one.
Well played. Well played.
Green Badger says, were they funky Chinamen from Funky Chinatown? Always.
No, actually, they were Welsh people.
They were funky Englishmen from Funky Americatown.
No, Welsh people.
Same difference.
No, huge difference.
Explain
Close
to me.
enough.
Oh, well, that's fair enough then. You're a Mexican.
I do like burritos.
How was I supposed to know?
And tacos. Tacos.
Look, I'm a legal gringo.
Exactly. I remember the Alamo. That way I can leave it.
Remember it, you were there.
Dangle boom.
Someone had to spectate.
What the hell's wrong with Kefki? Is she mutating again?
That sounds like a yawn.
Oh.
Maybe a stretch mixed with a little pain.
Yeah.
Is she, so when is she gonna get down those Jeffrey tubes and fix her goddamn ship?
Okay, who ordered the extra Borgs?
I think you did.
No, it wasn't me.
I just got those Jeffrey tubes all arranged the way I want them. Got carpet in there, little blankie.
You got carpet in the Jeffrey's tubes?
I put a blankie on the floor and then another blankie up on the other part of the floor, and it felt comfy.
That's why the engines aren't working anymore.
She carpeted the Jeffrey's tubes. Great.
She's not believing well hard enough, okay?
Hey, why aren't you working security, Rodney?
The real problem is Tyr ship's no longer able to fly because he lost his happy thoughts.
Tyr?
Yes.
Tyr, I sincerely hope that a dimensional wormhole appears over your head and it falls out of it.
Nope, no, that sounds like a more rotten thing. That's more of a skeleton thing there. That's not me. I don't do that.
No, I definitely hope a mammoth falls out of a wormhole.
Yeah, mammoth was good eating.
Not if they fall on your head, they're not.
Oh, they're still good eating, and you might not be the one enjoying it.
Exactly.
Yeah, good point.
I'm cold.
I'm curious. I just had a curious thought. So could they replicate an animal that is dead? Like
they're trying to.
No. I'm talking about on Star Trek. Like if they say I want mastodon meat, could the computer make mastodon meat?
No, they're trying to reintroduce mammoths. They're not going to do mastodons. Apparently, mastodons are too dangerous or something stupid.
No. I'm just saying on Star Trek, with the way the replicators work, they reconfigure matter, right? So if I were to put in an order for a Tyrannosaurus burger, can I get one?
Just so you know, Tyr.
Yes.
I stopped listening to you about 10 sentences back.
Thank you, Tyr. I love you, Tyr.
I mean, every time I keep hearing Tyr saying Mastodon, I just want to be like, Tyrannosaurus!
That's a great band, Mastodon.
Green said, do you remember Keisho said, do you remember the Gilead? The Golad, do you remember Golad?
The who you what?
GoDaddy.com.
She said Golad. I don't know what a Golad is.
An antlion.
Huh?
I'm gonna pee fiercely when this is over.
You.
Yeah, just as long as you remember when this is over bit.
Yes.
Then you don't get embarrassed and we don't get a cheap laugh.
Say.
Exactly.
Ready for number Batman?
Is the city county seat of Goliad County, Texas. It is known for the 1836 Goliad massacre during the Texas Revolution.
Oh, I do not remember that one because maybe I was there collecting body parts. I don't know.
I've got
Still
a silly
bigger than my
thought for you.
hometown.
All right.
I've got a silly thought for you.
What's the silly thought?
Right, imagine General Custer riding to the Battle of Little Bighorn, right? But instead of horses, the 7th Cavalry are all using pogo sticks.
Yeah.
Maybe he don't want.
And so are the Indians.
Maybe he'd have won.
Nah, it'd be funnier if they all had like the children's toy that has the fake horse head on it, and they got to run with that.
A hobby
Or
horse?
even better. Can you remember those space hoppers? Those large orange things you sat on and jumped.
Yeah.
They're all riding those.
Where does the Law Ranger take his trash? Sorry.
Or you could employ the Monty Python and the 7th Cavalry. Yeah, all the soldiers are followed by some old guy with a pair of coconuts.
Yeah.
Where'd you get those coconuts?
He stole them.
Swallow dropped them.
Oh, that swallow can't carry a coconut.
Ready, Batman?
Yep.
European.
Could do. Got a big enough wingspan.
No. Do you know how much a swallow weighs?
Yeah, but an African swallow can definitely carry one.
But African swallows are not migratory.
What is the average flight speed of unladen swallow?
Might do.
Wait, what?
If you had the right incentive.
Could be carried by an African swallow.
What is the average flight speed of
carrying it underneath their wings or something? I can't remember what they called it.
What is the flight speed of an African swallow?
And then the bit of
I don't know.
2 swallows could carry it.
No, he says, what is the latent speed of a swallow?
Yeah, that's
African or European.
Latent speed of an unladen swallow.
But in the beginning, they're just talking about, because they have the coconuts, they're talking about, well, then they can't migrate and stuff. And he's like, well, then 2 of them could carry it, and then he's talking about having like pieces of vine strung to it, then flat, then the whole African or European,
I mean, coconuts float.
It's not a question of weight grips it. It's a simple question of weight ratios. A 5-ounce bird cannot carry a 1-pound coconut.
Oh no,
I mean,
we're
these
on
technically
Chronos.
Bumblebees shouldn't be able to fly, but they still do. So make of that what you will.
Oh no, why are we going to Chronos?
A hat or a brooch or a pterodactyl.
It's a Ferengi. Yay.
A Ferengi in a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Man, I got zapped out.
He's a tactical Ferengi.
That fucking
hands on your wallets, guys. Oh God, I hate this one.
I mean, it's not my favorite, but I can tolerate it.
Oh, all right.
Marty dead.
That's because you're no longer alive.
Tweedledee, Eric the Half People.
Oh, great. Where's the other fucking one at?
Come with me.
I've got it.
Eric the Half People.
I had it. They keep shooting at me.
Are you speaking Eric the Half-Bean?
Yes.
Oh, tonight you said my wife. Professor, I'll knock you down and shoot your head. Away we go with that. Y'all never heard
was Eric the Awful. The
right, I'm waiting for you to reset so I can reset this one.
I wish the motherfucker would stop locking
Okay,
orders.
is somebody gonna do that device?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, I've hit mine.
So have I.
Ah, there it is.
Well, couldn't you hit your own instead of mine?
I forgot the next line.
I forgot the next line of the song I was singing. It's stupid.
That be sitting on my knee.
Oh yeah.
Tyr?
Yes.
And something.
That would be a wonderful time for you to get laryngitis.
Wholeheartedly. Eric, I have a beat. Boom, boom, boom.
Safe and sound at home again. Let the waters roll.
Okay, I'm on totally the wrong side.
Safe and sound at home again.
The bees in me. I'll just clean something like that. I don't know. I haven't
I've
heard
got this one
forever.
You got that one?
Whatever.
Hey, Batman.
Evidently, I'm at the other.
Jesus, thank you.
Oh God, what the hell's in the devices?
It's 3 of them.
I said, what is that from?
It's from the Monty Python Sings album.
That's all the Singers album.
Okay, so you are a treasure.
Yes, so I think I'll consider Tyr as a treasure. Well, actually, I consider Chase something that should be buried and forgotten about, but yeah.
I should be locked away and hidden. Well, Kefki's hidden my bones, technically.
Oh no! I have fallen over.
No.
Can't prove anything.
Here's a treasure, or he will be once he's been buried in the desert for a couple of centuries.
I was thinking millennia, actually.
Oh no!
He's not being. He hasn't buried anywhere. I just have him scattered across the house like decor. It's nice.
She has me my head, my skull in her room, so when she eats pizza, she can look at me and annoy me.
Come on.
I got you sitting up there with
Deactivating.
Folger.
Boom. Where's the other one?
So you have company.
Like, I'm over. It's almost over.
Bloody devices.
I'm still trying to figure out why we're trying to save Kronos.
Yeah, we all know that these Herald devices are really fidget spinners.
I just need 12 more skelly bones, then I can finish my computer chair.
You know, if you put my body back together, you can finish it faster.
No, because I have to. No, I'm using your femur as a seat, a chair.
Right, where's the other one at? There's one.
I have them interlooped. Oh,
both
talking about femurs.
Yeah, deactivate it. I'll shoot people.
All right, deactivate it.
Oh, not a Herald squeaker.
Oh no, it's a Herald.
Hold on. Why are we? In all seriousness, why are we protecting Clinks? I thought they were unparalleled warriors.
Don't ask questions. Just accept it for what it is.
Mitch just said they're dealing with someone who doesn't operate in terms of parallel.
Yeah, no parallel.
Hey guys, I'm about to head off of here. I have to go to bed.
Okay, have a good one.
Rock on, man.
Easy sleeping and all that.
Sleeping easy.
Yeah, tight sleeping. No biting bed bugs.
Yeah.
Don't pick no fight with a Wookalar.
Don't take no wooden.
I'll fall over.
If Kefki's behind you, don't look. She feeds on fear.
No, she doesn't. She feeds on Cheetos.
In fear.
No, just Cheetos.
She feeds on cheesy poofs and mischief.
And souls.
Miss who?
And souls, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously souls.
So so watch out for your shoes then.
Yes.
Well, those two, but yeah.
So that's what happened to my loafers. Kefki got them.
Look, I didn't touch your loafers. Look.
Nobody
I'm not
touches
even
Tyr's
trying
loafers.
to touch them loafers with a 10-foot pole. You need to aerate those things.
Why does loafer have black marks on it?
Kefki, I wouldn't touch Tyr's loafers with one of those robots that they use to detonate bombs.
And if you're really not careful, Kefki will steal the holes in your socks.
Yes.
Just so she doesn't steal the socks around the holes.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out.
Have you?
I'm still trying to figure out how she gonna steal the holes from my socks.
It's ferret magic.
Okay.
It's
Ferret
complicated.
magic.
You wouldn't understand.
Ferret magic.
You don't have to understand it because the ferret does. Does nobody read the manuals on these things?
No one reads the ferret manuals. No.
Leaflets.
Nope.
See, and Mitch, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, what do they teach in these schools these days?
Well, I would have read the manual, but somebody insisted that was written in an archaic dialect of Martian, which isn't used anymore.
You don't speak Old High Martian? Like, what do they teach you in English schools?
English.
Ah, okay, makes sense.
Clearly.
See, what you gotta do is you gotta translate it from Old High Martian to Old High Venusian, and then from Old High Venusian to Old High Mercurian, and then back to English. It's very complicated.
Hey, Tyr, you don't read Old High Martian either.
You're right. I read
What you're
Old High
thinking is Old
Mercurian.
High Martian is Pig Latin.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
which is Latin used by Roman pigs.
So, base Romans?
They're not written by Zeons.
Goddamn Zeons. Stole our women.
Actually, and Mitch should get this one, I think Tyr is actually a Necroton.
Could be.
What?
What is the other thing? Oh, Ecosians. Never mind.
A Necroton? I'm not a Necroton.
Yeah. Do you know what a Necroton is?
Nope. But I know it's not a good thing.
It's an undead crouton.
No, they're the enemies of the Orcans.
No, it's an undead crouton.
It is now.
Yeah. Undead croutons and the Orchid Man.
the Orchid Men. They're going to exterminate all life from the all bug life from the galaxy.
Yes.
Okay. Thank God I'm not.
Hey,
a
do you
bug.
know what would cause an international uproar and probably end up with an entire international army storming Hollywood?
What?
If they rebooted Mork and Mindy.
No, you know what would cause international uproar? They rebooted Casablanca.
Actually, no. This one really would, because it's the one movie that they still do not dare touch. If they tried to remake The Princess Bride.
They already done that.
Have they?
What?
I think so. I've seen where they're remaking The Princess Bride. If they haven't already finished it, stupid.
I've heard them talking about it and then they shelved it.
Oh well, I didn't know they shelved it. Okay, I'm glad they shelved it.
I could be wrong.
Hold on.
I hope they shelved it.
Does anybody remember the old Get Smart movie, The Nude Bomb?
New Princess Bride remake stars Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas and a bunch of other celebrities, but this was 2020.
Get Smart? You mean with like the TV show Get Smart? Max Adams at 99.
Barbara Feldon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the more recent
I didn't think that they. I didn't think they made a movie. So like a TV movie, or was an actual.
I don't.
TV movie, I believe.
I don't know if it was in theaters or not, but I've seen it on TV.
TV movie, because they did make an actual.
It's almost like they want to forget it exists.
They did make an actual movie, but Alex Smart was this. Everybody thought he was a useless moron.
Maxwell Smart.
Yeah, because it was the one with the rock in it.
Yeah.
And it had exactly the same story as an earlier spoof spy film that they'd done.
It had The Rock and Steve Carell, I believe.
Yeah.
Played Maxwell Smart. That doesn't count because I'm talking about with the real actors. Don Adams
1960s, right? Yeah. Get Smart. Yeah, Get Smart Again, right?
Oh, John
Get Smart Again. 1980
yeah, that
something.
came after The Nude Bomb.
The Nude Bomb. I remember Get Smart Again, but I don't remember The Nude Bomb.
Talking about Steve Carell, did you ever see the I think it was the Oscars, where Ricky Gervais is presenting them and he takes the piss out of Steve Carell for The Office, and Steve Carell is not happy, and apparently he wasn't putting it on.
Oh no! An insult comic does an insult comic thing.
Shows. I never watched.
I've just seen the clips.
I watch The Office. I don't watch the Oscars because that's a bunch of pretentious horseshit.
Yeah, I was just watching the clips. You can see them on YouTube. Ricky Gervais roasting a whole room of celebrities.
Yeah.
No, wait, I think I remember this. I think I remember that because it's Chaos had the bombs that made everyone naked.
Yeah.
I do remember that now.
I'm forgetting who said it, but some comedian said if he'd have been on up there instead of Chris Rock, yeah, and he saw Will Smith come towards him, he wouldn't have got the slap because he would have kicked him in the nuts.
I could never get into Get Smart.
It was a funny show.
It was.
Yeah. Him knowing Lodi like Get Smart, I've never been able to get into it. I thought it was silly.
There's a point of it, silly.
Yeah, that's why they
I
have to
also
shoot.
hate Inspector Gadget though.
I hate Inspector Gadget as well.
Inspector Gadget either.
Inspector Gadget's boring and lame.
Yeah, it's not funny. Get Smart is actually
Part
funny.
of Inspector Gadget is Dr. Claw.
I mean, that's the worst thing about
It's
Inspector
basically the same
Gadget
thing,
is
though. Inspector Gadget and Get Smart's basically the same thing, right?
the worst thing about very different. But the worst thing about Inspector Gadget is it could have been a good show. The premise was good.
It was just too infantilized.
Infantilized, yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, the worst part was, yeah, he's a bumbler who everybody thinks is a genius, but when it's his 10-year-old niece that's actually the brains behind the operation.
I can't stand her.
You can't
No,
stand
I
Penny?
couldn't either.
Yeah, that's
I preferred the cat to her.
Yeah.
Wow.
So did I, and you know how I feel about cats.
Yeah, but that cat wasn't as good as a cat in Hong Kong Phooey. Spot the police cat.
Hong Kong way.
That's
Number one super guy. Quicker than the human eye, you know.
You know what? Pink Panther was one of my favorite inspectors.
You know he Pink Panther. Pink Panther. He actually comes from an English city, you know.
What? What city?
Durham. 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 Hey, you know when else?
Say when he stepped on the anthill. Dead ant. Sorry.
Kefki. You know when Alfred wants Bruce Wayne to come in to eat. Do you know what he shouts? Dinner, 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 Batman.
Okay, that's funny. I say, good sir.
Stop kicking.
I've got to admit, out of all the Alfreds I've seen over the years, you know, in movies
Sorry.
and cartoons,
Hey,
the one from the 1966 TV show was the best.
What?
Alfred.
All right. It's out.
Played by Bessie
Somebody Napier, I think.
Yeah.
Jack Napier. Wait. Wrong
Yeah,
Batman
Jack.
thing.
Where's my... Nope.
Flip Napier. Charles.
Jack Napier.
Alan Napier.
Flip
Jack Napier was the bloody Joker, you twonk.
Yeah. Oh. All right, I'm getting tired.
Yep.
You're always tired.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out. I had
Ladies and gentlemen. There are no ladies or gentlemen here.
Kefki's here. She's a lady.
I'm not a lady.
See?
She's a ferret.
You've got to have a patent.
Okay,
you've
fine.
You've got to be very well mannered, or have a patent of nobility to be a lady. The same as you need those same requirements to be a gentleman.
Okay, fine. Ferrets and assholes. Better?
You were saying, Tyr?
Thank you all for coming out. We're subbing in for Sanguine this Friday because it's the first Friday of the new month. So we'll be subbing in for him.
Can't understand a word you're saying, man.
You've done it,
Hold on.
teacher again.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I said we're subbing in for Sanguine because it is the first Friday of the new month. Y'all understood that?
Right on.
Yes.
Okay.
Right on.
And I said farts and assholes. Do y'all understand
I can
that?
accept that.
Okay. All right. And please watch Kefki's stream, main stream on Sunday nights. And tomorrow will be Johnny Hellcat stream. Wednesday will be the One Ton Hammer. Friday will be subbing in for Sanguine. Saturday is the Harry channel, and Sunday. Oh, well, I already said Sunday, so what the fuck? Say goodbye to the semi-nice people and the nice people.
People.
Hi,
Good night,
everyone.
Green
Delightful
Badger.
advice,
Good night, Casual. They have said good night to the nice people.
Right on. Rock on.
Good night, Kefki.
Good night, Kefki.
Can we get this over with?
Closing time. Time for you to go out to the places you will be from. I know who I wanna take me home. I know who I wanna take me home. I know who I wanna take me home. Take me home. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.